What up, everyone? It's Double D Dice. Crap's so nice. So I'm gonna keep throwing the Sidewinder for you. I've gotten a lot of good comments about it. People telling me to keep them posted. A couple people have tried it out and said they've liked it. So I'm gonna show you the evolution of the throw. You know what I mean? Not only what I'm noticing. And right now I'm gonna roll with the hard way set, but I'm keeping the threes on top. Keeping the threes on top because I've been noticing a lot of times one dice tends to go off axis. And we got a 5 deuce 7. Threw that way short. But so that didn't go off axis. But the reason I'm putting the 3s and 4s up there is because I want to keep hitting those place bets. And you can actually you can also, I'm not a huge field player, but with this I will play the field, because if you're keeping them on axis, you're going to get some 2s, some 12s, or if you're playing crapless craps, maybe you throw a place bet. 4-1-5. I got to zone it in a little bit. Just got off work. I actually last night, can't do it. Last night I decided to try it out with the 3s on top, hard way set. But I haven't been double pitching as much lately. I think it was the first or maybe the second video I made with the Sidewinder. I was going the one off hard way set, which was, we got a 5-3-8, which was the 54-35, because I was getting some double pitching going on. I know that first throw was a 5 deuce 7, but hey, that's fine. Frontline winner. I'm still getting this thing warmed up, ready to go. It's going to be my first full throw of the night. We got a hard 6. They both went off axis there. This one did exactly what I like to see. This one bounced off a little, but this one on the right had that side spin. And that's the whole point of the Sidewinder, is to get that side spin. The dice on the left came back off the wall pretty hard. Threw it too far. We got a hard 8. So back to back off axis. Neither of those were ideal throws, but hey, we got 2 hard ways with it. Oh, shit. I knocked that over to a 4-6. It was a hard 8. But yeah, I mean, I hit a lot more place numbers, I've noticed, just in the short. Oh, holy dog shit. Finger got stuck. Finger didn't get stuck. It got stuck to my finger. 639. I wonder if the video will reflect that, or if it was if it happened too fast. But that 3, literally like sucks into my finger and came off super late and came off wonky. It was flying all erratic as fuck. So that's not what we want to see, but we escaped one. And you're also seeing not only the evolution of the throw. Man, my fingers are sticky. A little sweaty. Just got off work. I don't know if that's why, but or if it's just these dice are more sticky. I actually like these type of dice better because they're less liable to stick. These matte ones, they're a lot more slick, which not as many casinos use, probably for that reason. Ace deuce. Maybe not. Maybe that's not the reason, but I guess I think it is, only for the simple fact that these stick to your fingers a lot more. Right now I'm using some palms dice. Some palms. Let the good times roll. I don't know if you can see that. So, I got some different dice from different types of casinos. I usually buy a stick or two every week. I got some that have never been used in the casinos. and a lot that have been, because I like to try brand new dice. I like to try some that have been used a little bit, because you never know exactly what you're going to get. And every pair of dice is a little bit different, so I like to have variety. I literally probably already have 6 deuce 8, by the way. I don't even know, probably 10 to 12, maybe even 15 different sets of dice. I pretty much off the table. I pretty much have every normal color that's just a colored serialized dice, and then I have a decent amount of dice that have came from casinos. But the real big news today, we got a snake eyes, so that stayed on axis, and that's where that field bet could play in. But honestly, I've only hit 3 out of 8 rolls have been the field, so I'm still not a huge field bet guy. Usually I do. I guess I've only practiced this for a couple hours with this dice set, but usually I do hit a few more fields. Ace deuce, see a horn, bet a horn. That's an old saying, but seems to ring true a decent amount. So if you see a horn, bet a horn, and then you get a horn, do you keep betting the horn? Is it just like a never-ending cycle until the horn doesn't hit? I mean, I'd assume, because if you hit a horn bet, then you got paid pretty good, so you might as well ride it out again. 5-1-6. But the real big news today was that sports betting got legalized federally, which, hey, that's a huge win. I mean, I'll take that. I already bet on sports anyways, just with an offshore account. I'd much rather go to a local casino or even a gas station. I heard is some possibility of that happening, and bet that way, because nothing's more fun to me. 3 deuce 5 point, 3 deuce 5 point. I think that's the same combination we hit it with a minute ago. But there's not many things that are more fun than being in a casino when you have a sports bet down, watching it at the sports book with everyone else, and you're just cheering and high-fiving people you don't even know because you both bet on the same team, and it's just a fun atmosphere, you know what I mean? 1. 2, I wonder if that means coming out. I wonder if that means we got 639. That online poker will come back in the near future. It's at least a step towards it. I doubt that law has anything to do with encompassing sports betting, sports betting and online poker, because they're not the same thing. But the more betting we get legalized, the better chance it has. I used to play a shit ton of online poker when I was younger, on like Full Tilt and shit. Hey, Cadillac Jack, 6-3 point. It's our second point. Hey, this is the first throw of the night too, people. You saw my first throw of the night in my last video. It was a little 4-banger. Second one came up and threw a 20-banger though, so sometimes your first throw of the night is good. I saw a video from CK today. He was talking about the juice. What he means having the juice is just being able to step up at any time, any position on the table, and just bang. Got a heart for it. Just bang a nice little throw off. And he did it too. He was collecting his chips off his last throw, which seemed to be a real good one. I forget what he had, a little 30 throw or something. And then went and threw 15 times and cut the video off. But I'm trying to get that juice, man. A little bit of Michael Jordan secret stuff. That stuck to me too. We got a snake eyes. I have noticed before these Palms dice are pretty sticky. Snake eyes. But this has happened to me. Maybe it's just these dice in general. Because when I practiced this stack grip a lot, I think he called it the super stack. I don't know. I love this fucking grip though, and just throw it that way. A lot of times, just these dice, actually these ones and one other one set I have, but they're almost the same as this, they're Haras, gets stuck right there sometimes after a while. It's like they hold on to the fucking juices of your hand or some shit, you know what I mean? So I have noticed that before, and I think it's just these dice, so a little bit harder to throw. But that's alright. We're going to make it work. No, we're not. 7'd out. 7'd out. But hey, we got 2 throws, or 2 points covered. Covered the 5 and the 6. And let's see. Field wise, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Non-field, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we had a come out 7. So that's going to give us what, 16, 17 throws? We got 10. Yeah. 15, 16 throws. Alright, so a little 16 throw. Take that. You'll take that anytime. At least I will. 4, 3, 7. A little double pitching action. Yeah, I knocked it off, but it was a 7. I wouldn't lie about a 7. I wouldn't lie about any of them. You've seen my, I've put some shit throws up there before. But yeah, man, I just changed the dice set. And the whole reason I did that is, like I said, to hit more of those place numbers. And I got a 12 there. And what it does, other than when I'm keeping them on axis, which I have for a lot of these throws. So what I'm going to do actually right now is, when I'm keeping them on axis, because I notice a lot of times one goes off axis, I'm going to put that 6 back on top so I can get back on them hard ways. Because you can't bet on the hard 2 or the hard 12, yo 11. But so now I'm back off axis. It's another thing too. You got to know your dice, man. You got to know exactly what they're doing. What I would have had there would have been a 5-3-8 if I kept the same dice set. And most of you probably know how I got to that, but some of you are probably like, how does he know? Well, I have the 6 on top, 5's right there, but it would be over here. If I threw the same throw, the 5's would be here, 3's would be on top. So the 6 was on top, I got a 5-6, would have been a 5-3, you know what I mean? But I'm going to keep throwing it. I'm going to keep the 6s on top, just normal hard way set. And see what we get. 3, 1, 4. So now back to 1 being off axis. And that's why it's great to know the dice. And variation, the hard way set and just the high-low hard way set are so easy to know exactly what's happening. And I mean, I can do it with other dice sets, but sometimes it takes a little while, because unless you see which dice goes where, you don't exactly know. You know what I mean? You don't exactly know which dice did what, unless you see where they go, which I've gotten pretty good at seeing where they go. Ace deuce. I've gotten pretty good at seeing where they go. So I do usually have an idea of what happened, but until you get to that point, which it just kind of happens naturally, you know what I mean? You start to get your mechanics down to where you're not focusing as much per se on the mechanics. They're just more muscle memory, and you can kind of watch the dice and watch them as they fly through the air. So I'm definitely, anytime I'm on a 4 or 10 and I need to cover, I'm going to keep that 6 on top. Because if one goes off axis, I can get that 3, 1, 4. If they stay on axis, I can get the hard 4. Same with the 10. I could either get the hard 10 with the 5 5s, 5 or 3 deuce 5, or I could get that 6 4 10. So it gives me a couple options. I've got a couple easier. It's a little bit easier to hit them, I should say. Because if I notice one's going off axis, why would I keep that 6? You know what I mean? Or why would I keep the 6 and 1 here? Because I want to see that 6 or 1, and if I keep it on axis and throw it perfect, I'll get that hard ways. So it's about giving myself a little bit better chance, 4 1 5, a little bit better chance to hit that 4 and 10. Like right now, you keep seeing that 1 pop up. I love seeing that 1 right now. I wish the 3 would come with it. You know what I mean? So, yes, I changed my dice set, but it's still within the hard way set. What I'm going to do is turn it one more this way, because I keep seeing that 4 1 5. And you can even turn it, you know what I mean? It doesn't guarantee, but if you know how the dice are rolling, 5 1 6. If you know how the dice are rolling for you, you can make those small adjustments. Because if you keep getting repeating throws and repeating numbers, then you know exactly what the dice are doing. So you want to maximize your potential to hit your point. I'm not even changing the dice set, you know what I mean? I'm just turning it. I'm just turning it because I keep seeing the 4 1s. Now I saw the 4 5s. So I'm going to show you guys the 5s. And this doesn't guarantee it, but 6 4 10. But what I'm just trying to do is maximize my chance of hitting it. And like I said, I want that 1 and 6 up top and bottom when my points are 4 or 10, because it gives me. I mean, I always still have 2 options. You know what I mean? It's always going to be the same combinations that are going to cover them, but it makes them more likely to pop up. 6 deuce 8. So now that 6 keeps popping up. So what I could do is just flip the dice set over and put the 1s on top and the 6s on the bottom. You know what I mean? But I'm going to keep rolling with this. And if I notice that 6 pop up this next roll, then that's what I'll go ahead and do. Because twice in a row it's not necessarily a trend, but 3 in a row is a streak. From Bull Durham. I forget the exact line before. Alright, back on the 1. 5 1 6. So that 1 is just popping up like a motherfucker. I need that 3 to pop up. I keep getting the 5 1 6. So what I'm going to do is have that 3 facing me. Because I usually have the 5 facing me, and that 5 keeps showing up. So let's see if I can go knock this 3 1 4 out. Or a hard 4. 4 1 5. God bless America. Hey, that's fine though. I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid. Those 5s are paying me right now. The 6 8's paying me. The 10's paying me. So I keep getting that 4 1 5 and that 3 and that 5 1. Alright. 3's facing you now. I'm just going to keep rotating them and see what happens. I think this is going to be the way. Because I could get that hard way right there. And I get a decent amount of hard 10s when the 5s are facing me. So now I'm really trying to maximize that 4. Yo 11. I saw that one. This 6 split out. That one actually rolled, which I'm more the fan of the spin where it kind of hits and dies. That 6 got up on that gator and randomized a little bit, so that wasn't the most ideal. I actually threw it a little bit too far, and that's probably why it came in hot on that gator. And fuck if it ain't the 7. Did the same thing twice in a row. Same literally same fucking throw. That 4 hit the gator. Anything. That 4 went right into the gator. It didn't even. If it did bounce, it was a ½ inch before. I want to land him with this sidearm. I guess I don't know. It's the Sidewinder. I guess I don't know if I've ever said it. I know I've said I aim here and try to land it about here, which is about 6 to maybe 10 more, 6 to 8 inches from the wall. That landed right up on the wall. So another 4.37. Both 7s were 4.3, but it wasn't a double. It was a double pitch, but it wasn't a double pitch on a good throw. So I'm not going to take that into account as far as going back to the 1-off 7. But we got 5, we got 10, we got 12. So what? 2 throws, 28 2 different rollers, 28 rolls. I'll take that average of 14. And if you remember from last night, I said just in the early goings of this roll, my 7-out ratio was 14 to 16 with this roll. So that's right about right. I mean, we got a 16 and a 12. So right in that 14 to 16 range, which if you average a 2 out is exactly 14. So I'm going to take you real quick over here. This is a this is very, like, I have no real practice with this. It's just a throw I thought of today. So I don't even know if this will end up being anything. Hold on. Let me get you set up. This may not end up being anything. Shit. I guess I'd flip the video upside down. But I'm going to try it.